by Studio Wendy at Scrapbook Graphics.
Today I want to demonstrate Frame It. It is a series of actions that will take a frame and quickly apply it to your photo. So we are going to look first at two one photo frames. So I'm going to select the one photo action. The set comes with actions for one photo opening, two photo openings, three photo openings, four photo openings, an add picture option so that if you have more than four, you can quickly add additional pictures, and a trim or crop option. So I'm selecting the one photo opening action and pressing play. You'll see here I have my quick page up from Studio Rosie Posey's Making Shabby Magic, and I'm going to press play. I get a little message just describing the action, and I can press continue. The first thing I'm going to do is select my frame, and I have pre-selected a frame right here. It's going to open it, and then it's going to place a clipping mask box on the page here. And depending on the size and orientation of your frame, this box may not match the frame opening, but that's very easy to adjust. You just want to click and drag. Now, if you do not hold down the Shift key in Photoshop, it's probably habit that you do, but if you don't here, you'll be able to distort the shape of it and put it into a different proportion. And that's exactly what we want to do. We want to get that shape positioned behind the frame so that it completely falls behind that frame opening. Now, in newer versions of Photoshop Elements, in order to distort that size and change the proportion of it, you will need to hold down the Shift key. When you're happy with it, just press Enter on your keyboard, and then you'll be prompted to find your photo. I've prepared a vertical photo here. I'm going to select it, and it's going to place it here on the screen. Now, if I hold in Command Option minus, I can zoom out while keeping these transform handles visible. And that's what I want to do so that I can now hold down my Shift key and position this photo to be cropped right like I want it to be. And when I'm happy with the placement of that, I can also use my arrow keys to tweak it a little bit. I'm just going to press Enter to commit it. Now I get a little message reminding me that if there's any strange openings or areas that I need to adjust on that mask, I can do it now. And go ahead and press Continue. If you're in Elements, you don't want to press Stop here. You want to make sure you press Continue, or it will cancel the entire action. Now I'm prompted to save the photo, and I'm going to call this Cluster 1. Now that that action is complete, I can choose to trim it if I want. So in Photoshop, I'm going to select the trim action, which will actually merge all these layers together and trim down the canvas. Press play, press continue, and then I'm prompted to save it. So I'm going to call this Mickey Pick 1 in PNG format. And now if I want, I can simply drag this or copy and paste it onto my layout. I'm just going to select all by going Command A, Command C, and Command W to close out, Command D to don't save, and I'm brought back to my layout where I can now paste that framed picture on here. Now I want to show you a couple of other things. So I'm going to run the Frame It 1 action again. This time I'm going to select a round frame. Now you'll see here that I can't get this square box inside the round shape, and that's okay. We're going to adjust it a little bit later. So what I'm going to do is size it down as small as I can to fit the opening of that frame, and the reason for that is so that I have the least amount of clipping masks showing outside of the frame. I'm going to go ahead and press Enter. I'm prompted for my next picture, and this is the one I want here. Once I'm happy with the positioning, I'm going to press Enter. And then I get the reminder that's telling me to erase the clipping mask, and that's exactly what we're going to do now. So press continue. I'm going to go ahead and grab my eraser tool. That's E on the keyboard, or it's right here, the eraser tool. Now, right now it's set to a really huge brush. I'm going to choose a smaller one. And then also, I want to select this clipping mask layer, which is this one right here. And now you'll see that I can erase on that clipping mask layer to erase the part of the image that is sticking out. Now I haven't altered my actual photo at all. If I show the photo here and unclip it from the mask, you'll see the photo is entirely there. It's only the mask itself that I've erased part of the image from. So now this particular framed image here is ready to be cropped down, and I'm going to show you the Elements version of the trim it action. Because Elements can't use the typical trim function, I've included a crop function. And this crop function has to be done manually, but you can just press play and continue, and you'll get a crop box here. And then what you want to do is just drag your crop box as close as you can to the edge of your image without cutting it off. And this is really handy if you are preparing something that you want to save with as little file space as possible, if you want to save this to use again later. So press enter, and you're prompted to save, and I'm going to save that as Mickey Pick 2. And then select all to copy, close, and paste this particular photo also on my layout here. Now, what I can also do real quick in this particular kit, I really loved this staple, and I wanted to show it to you. It's my new favorite staple. Aren't those the cutest holes ever? So I'm just going to copy that, paste it on here, add that staple right onto my framed image, and now I can add some journaling and tuck that onto this little label here, and my quick page is ready to go. I'm also going to demonstrate real quick how to do a multi frame image, and so I'm going to select the 2 frame action and press play. I'm given the message here that there are 2 photo openings, and I'm going to select here this frame from Studio Mix 10 October Potpourri and press open. Now you'll see here that this frame actually has 3 openings, and that's okay. We're just going to continue on with the 2 action, and then I'll show you how to add one more photo in with the add pick action. So I'm going to size this to fit only the first opening here, and then press enter. And since I'm just demonstrating this, I'm going to select the same photo we used before. You'll see here that image is invisible because it's being clipped to this area over here and it's not overlapping it yet. So I just need to click and drag it to overlap it and then press enter to place it. Now I get my second box here, and I'm going to go ahead and adjust that to this opening. Press enter and then select my picture. And I'm just going to use the same one here just to make it easy. Press enter again. I get the message now that we're done, so I'll press continue. And then I want to add another picture since I selected a 3 opening frame. So I'm going to click on the add pick action and press play. And this works just like the other 2. I just size the clipping mask, press enter, select my photo, and position it. And again, if you have a frame with lots and lots of photo openings in it, you can just run this action as many times as you need to finish it up. So that's all there is to the Frame It set of actions, and I hope this tutorial has been helpful. Thanks for watching this episode of Learn It.